What's up, everybody? This is Dramacide, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be talking about pro wrestling, WWE versus AEW. It's coming. A wrestling war is on again. But how serious is the WWE taking AEW? Let's get into it. If we're going to look at Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live as any indication, I would say that the WWE is not taking the AEW very serious at all. My reason for saying this is look at the storylines. The storylines have been asked for quite some time and with very little improvement in sight. Now, yeah, the Monday Night Raw show has improved since Paul Heyman has taken over a bigger role within that company or that show. I really just don't see much change in the product. Some of the same people are still being pushed. Yeah, you have your Cedric Alexanders and you have your Buddy Murphys who have had stellar performances, but it's not consistently happening enough. And we're still seeing the Seth Rollins of the world and the Roman Reigns and the Becky Lynches and the Charlotte Flairs getting most of the TV time. And even before that, even worse, Shane McMahon getting all the TV time. So to be taken seriously in a competition against AEW, a upstart of aspiring veterans and also up-and-coming wrestlers or castaways from the WWE, I think that WWE really needs to get it in gear, because after what I saw it all out, I really think that there's some competition on the horizon. Let's look at the facts. Are Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar the only two people capable of holding the Universal title? It very much seems that way. While great wrestlers like Samoa Joe and even AJ Styles, who, in my opinion, is even a better wrestler than Seth Rollins. And oh yeah, he's had a long run with the WWE title. But it just makes sense to put the belt on your strongest competitors. And where Seth Rollins is a good wrestler, I still don't feel like he can lace AJ Styles' boots. But that's just my opinion. But at any rate, I'm just tired of seeing the same all the time. And on SmackDown, yes, they've kept Roman Reigns out of the title picture, which I never really had a problem with Roman Reigns, and I still don't have a problem with Roman Reigns. But at the same time, if you're going to put the belt, finally, on an African-American wrestler like Kofi Kingston, why do you continue to make this guy look like a clown and constantly looking weak? I always thought that the New Day, and I still feel this way, that the New Day are an excellent group. I like the fact that they just have so much unity and continuity within the characters that they portray. However, I thought that once championships came into play, at least the major one, like the world, title, the WWE title, that there would be a little bit more of an edge to Kofi Kingston, because he's still flipping pancakes and he's still doing the gyrations and everything. I just finally felt like if Kofi Kingston ever had his moment in the sun, it would be treated in a more serious way. And thus far, it has not been. And so far as I'm concerned, the title reign has been a major disappointment. So, in hoping that the AEW brand and the whole fact that it's going to be on a weekly basis now come October, I'm really hoping that WWE will take this opportunity to step up the game. And for those people who feel like, or even me at one point not feeling like they were taking them seriously, I think they're taking them a little bit more seriously than before. I mean, after all, they are taking their strongest show that they have and their strongest set of wrestlers, which is NXT, and they're putting them against AEW. Because honestly, at the state that Monday Night Raw is in right now and SmackDown, I'm not saying that AEW would run roughshod or even win in the ratings war, but I believe that people are looking for an alternative, and you keep putting that garbage out there. If you put SmackDown or Raw against AEW, it's not going to fare well. So you have to put your strongest athletes out there and your strongest product. And in my opinion, and in opinions of millions of others, NXT would be that brand. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in this war now that NXT will be granted 2 hours of TV time on USA Network. I personally will be watching both of them. I'm very excited for this because I remember in the original wars, what WWE had to come back from once NWO was formed in WCW and just took over television, and then the rise of Goldberg, and and how all of that went down. So it's going to be interesting to see what WWE will put out there against them, especially if it looks like AEW would get some ground against NXT. So I guess that's a wait and see thing, and I am waiting with bated breath. So, it's just a matter of time. So, with that being said, I would like to inform each and every one of you wrestling fans out there that I will begin my wrestling coverage on an everyday basis come October as the AEW and the WWE go head to head. And I will be talking about all things pro wrestling. Even Impact Wrestling will be talked about here on this channel. So until then, I'll be back a little later on with my thoughts, my reactions, and my review of AEW All Out as we begin to get things organized and wrestling related on this channel. So until then, everybody, God bless you and have a good one.